Let there be peace among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome to Satsang. Enlightenment. Enlightenment is not possible as long as there is I. Only hindrance is I, because millions, billions of desires added up together has become this I, drawn from ages. So this I is the only hindrance for achievement of enlightenment. And you can suddenly find out yourself. You can see your own beauty, silence, peace instantly if you do away with this I for a while. How to do it? It's not difficult. Enlightenment is the easiest of anything that can be done in this world, because it is here and now. You have not to travel anywhere else. So, how to be enlightened? Enlightenment is a question. And how to get rid of this I? Simply, and as I told you, billions and trillions of desires added up together has become I. So the impediment is only I in between you and happiness, freedom. If you keep away from I, you are free. How to do it? Pick up one single thought. Thought and mind, there's no different. Mind and desire, there's no different. If there's no desire in the mind, there's no mind. Desire is mind itself, and thought is mind itself, and mind is past itself. So pick up any thought. When you look at this thought, pick up any thought currently that is in front of you now itself. So there cannot be any other thought except current thought, the very moment of this thought, other than I thought. I thought also is a thought. So look at this one, look at this thought, watch this thought. If you watch this thought instantly, not to hear, do it. Or if you want to hear, there is another method of hearing, not with the ears. Not with the ears at all, this is not hearing at all. Open the ears of your heart and let one word fall into the heart, and you have done the job forever. Now watch this I. If you do, thought vanishes, mind vanishes, I vanishes. You do it, and if there is any problem, the questions are invited. You are welcome to come here and sit in front of me, and we will discuss if there is any problem. But watch I. Watch this thought instantly. By watching, the revelation of the source is taking place. I is going to vanish, mind is going to vanish, and that which is not known to you till now reveals itself to itself because there is no observer, none observed. So, enlightenment is that which reveals itself to itself, by itself, within itself. There is none to achieve it, none to have it. It's not any object that you are going to receive it by someone else. You have completely to disappear from the scene, and this you, me, I, he, she, or anyone else is only a concept. I, you, he never do ever exist. When you watch it, then only you will see. Ultimate truth is nothing ever has existed. It is all silence, it has been silence, and you everyday experience after you reject your waking state. Finally, when you retire to your bed, all of a sudden everything vanishes. There is not even body, no mind, no senses, no world, no heavens, no gods, no practitioners, no bondages, and no freedoms. No Buddhas and no laymen. All silence, all oneness, all unity. So this is your concept that I am bound, so you have to try to be free. And this is the safest and quickest method to free is just watch at the mind and disappear for a while. And this is called freedom. Sages have said it. Kabir also says it recently. Kabir says, instant of time, half of the instant of time, half of the half instant of time is enough to free yourself. That's what he says. And we have to believe this man. This man was illiterate. As he says, he has never touched the ink on the paper. He didn't go to school. And he says, this much time, if you spend with a perfect teacher, listen to him. And this half of the second is going to free you. That's what he says. And he went in the lanes and asking every man standing at the door, here do I hold a torch in my hand, come away. I give you enlightenment. I hold the torch in my hand. You come out and I give you enlightenment. He was holding actually a firebrand in his hand. I burn your house. And people were afraid of him. He belonged to Varanasi, very close to you, where he was born, lived and died. He lived in Varanasi. So this man declared to everyone, no one came out of his house for freedom. Who wants freedom? Nobody wants freedom. He had one daughter, 7-year-old, Kamali her name, and said, Papa, 500, 600 people come for satsang, but why they come for? Of course, they all want liberation. I don't believe Papa they come for. So many people do they come for liberation. It's not possible. This 7-year girl fighting with her father, look at the fun. Then what for they come? What for they come? They must come. They come at 4 a.m. in the morning in winter. There can be no other reason. But surely, my dear Papa, not for freedom. Maybe something else. So this girl was very mischievous. Next day, he stood outside the satsang bhavan and asking each party that came, today my father has said, first he will have interview outside the gate and then he will allow the genuine people for satsang. So I have a butcher's knife in my hand, you lie down, I will cut your head, take it to my father, and he will interview you. And if he approves you, you can go in. And it's very sharp, it will not give you any pain. And here is a log of wood, you just lie down. Instantly I will cut your head and take in. And one by one they said, no, today we had to go to court, so we wanted his blessing to go there, and we wanted his blessing, but it's enough that we have his blessing outside. And other party came, we had an alliance for our daughter's marriage, and the party would be coming, therefore we wanted his blessing. Each one said the same thing. No one was in the hall, and Kabir went out, nobody is coming. And he saw his daughter standing. What are you doing? He said, I told you no one is coming for freedom. What have you done? Look. Look. I told each one, my father wants to first interview and then he will allow you to sit in satsang. And they all got afraid of it. They say, we are going for this particular business and we wanted blessing. So all come for some kind of blessing for marriages, isn't it? Many things are happening here, they have happened here. One instant of time is quite enough. So I kept this thing and they went away. Who comes first? Freedom. People have no time for freedom, he says. So I only wanted to remove their head, not cut their head, to remove their ego. Cutting the head means removing the ego only. I was not going to cut their heads, but they were so afraid. So the meaning of the story is, keep your head outside the hall, and then listen. Don't try to understand what is being spoken. you will try to understand with the mind. And ego will rise, and ego will absorb all the teaching. And you, oh, I've understood. That's all. Don't try to understand. Let it go right at the bullseye, and you are a good shot.